here we go. Okay. Now hopefully, since I turned up the mic, that might help. No idea if it will until after I do this, and hopefully it launches on the first try again. I mean this time, last time I needed 2 tries. Oh, looks like it's working. Okay, here we go. Start game. Yeah, it's definitely more sluggish than the PS5 version that I recall. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Yeah, it's still a bunch of screens still to come, but at least it's something. Yeah, I definitely need to get a better mic. Maybe one that I don't need, well, won't pick up all the noise around it. Unless this part was causing that rain. And now that I can sort of music, I'm hoping that will help. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Now, probably still a bunch of mandatory missions left before we can actually get to the good stuff. Well, okay, mind you, for me the good stuff is to just keep grinding the characters until I get some decent cards for all of them. Probably get super high level, so that way new heroes are, I'm not sure would they be on equal to Hunter or 1 or 2 levels below him. It's very weird. Well, more like inconvenient, well, that's for me. I wouldn't be surprised if
Let me see. How did this work again?
XCOM veterans would probably just chew me alive for how pathetic I am at this game. Because for them, this was oversimplified. You know, no danger, which, mind you, what do you do with permanent kills on a Marvel game? You're going to permanently lose Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel. I'm not sure how popular the current Captain Marvel is, but I know at the very least she was pretty popular when she was Ms. Marvel. You're certainly not going to kill off Wanda. So how do you have the traditional XCOM style difficulty without permadeath? Or at least the danger of permadeath. No, I want you to answer the how. Go to the... That's not it. There we go.
Come on, Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me.
Yeah, and you fired to the door the second he replied. And I like to point out, you have to take...
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask Blader Magic. From what I just saw out there,
magic.
whatever crazy ancient living weapon stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah,
What?
talking to
Just because he
people,
doesn't do
making
things
friends,
right.
basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
He was the original Midnight Sun.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda.
Nights? It's only been one.
She...
Like,
Never
literally,
mind.
she was only gone for a day from the sanctum, I mean. And not
I will meet you
who knows
outside.
How long she was with Strange.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
I get her where she's coming from, but she's really frustrating.
These missions can't be good for Caretaker's blood pressure. That's twice now her precious hunter has almost gotten smacked by Hydra.
Talk to the puppy. Oh yeah.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
Just in case. I don't think this is a different day, but I'm making sure I get those freaking rewards. Because once again, I think you need to have so many consecutive days getting Charlie's little thing. I'm hoping turning up the mic doesn't make that music drown me out even more. And once again, like I said, I can't really confirm until I turn off the game, watch the stream for a little bit, and for the love of God. Hopefully there's not too many...
Despite almost getting blown up, it seems you did pretty well out there. Maybe there's hope for the world yet.
Oh, knock it off. Knock her out, actually. Please let me knock her out. Too bubbly for someone who dresses like that. You think she'd be at least a little more stoic. Okay, mind you, I know that's stereotypical goth, not the... You know, like I'm pretty sure there's plenty of goths who are a little more cheerful than the stereotype. Freaking hell. Especially when she goes on later about where was our hugs and group therapy. Oh my God, you know, like, oh no, something bad happened to you first. So, but the Avengers had told you that, you know, hold it together. Okay, yes, both sides were wrong, but the age was showing on the kids. Well, heck, I'm wondering why Blade was like that. He was acting more like a teenager than most of the people there, and he's freaking older than most of them. Like, I think the only one off the top of my head that's older than Blade is Captain America. Well, Manhunter, but that's a given. You know, the guy was literally around before even Captain America was born, and Captain America is one of the oldest freaking heroes in there if you count the time on the ice. There's the kitty. Okay, mind you, I wouldn't be surprised if it's scripted not to show up until a certain point, so... And we don't exactly have a lot of grounds to explore, so even if it does spawn, for all I know, it could have been designed to spawn at a later point, you know, beyond the current access. I'm not... Is it coded to only work within the area that they were allowing for, or does it literally do the whole map? And even then, what are the rules? And there's a lot of rules to probably work with this. Oh my God. My head. Me whining about that stupid tooth again. Well, possibly two, maybe more. I see the pain echoes so much that I go on everything makes me miserable. Let's see. Oh, it's not the new moon, because for those who don't know, if you're trying to get one specific side of light or dark for Hunter, or both depending on what you're doing and you have the patience for the grind, is on a new moon and you want dark points, come here. On a full moon and you want light points, come here and do this. This will literally give you a free point. in
I
one of
needed
those.
that.
And well, the basic thing is one, maxing out the meter not only gives you a new costume for Hunter, and along the whole path gives you multiple collars, it also does one other important thing. Both sides give you a legendary ability for the Hunter. Light side, I believe, is the Charlie card? I do know that the most powerful attack card for Hunter is in the Dark Tree. I believe it has a cost, but mind you, all the Dark cards typically work on a cost for the extra power they get. Like, they hit harder than probably an equivalent of Light, but they come obviously with something to make up for that extra power. Like, well, it's probably more obvious in the upgrade versions than it is the regular. Let's see, inventory genius. Collections. Try looking up at abilities, maybe. Okay, there's nothing here. Okay, maybe it's in the hero section? Yeah, here we go. Like, as you can see, this has, for its level, it's pretty good. It's a wide range, all directions, forceful knockback. It doesn't do any base damage, but it still hits hard. It lets you throw anyone anywhere in the map. Like, the only one that's on par with this is Ghost Riders. Lashing, I believe it's called. It's been a while since I played it, obviously, so I can't. I did watch my YouTube video playlist of someone who made a bunch of min-max builds for most of the characters. Like all of the base characters, Deadpool, and Venom. That is what I use for most of my builds for this thing. Morbius I didn't really like. I like his lab construction over the character itself, because that's a where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, it doesn't let me highlight it, but it gives you even more ways besides the training yard to boost these stats. And obviously, for some characters, some stats are more important. The Hunter's generally an all-rounder. Blade, for the most part, just these two, for example. Captain Marvel, she needs these power, strengthen. Many could argue that fortitude, since it gives her a block to work with her binary. But at the least, the simplest ones, I'd say power, strength, and critical damage and critical chance. And then Nico is one, well, she's not a well-liked style of character in general. Like, even a support like Strange is more preferred than Nico because too much RNG is based around Nico's cards. See, it's harder to build a deck around her, because like the guy made a good build, but he said he always hated the RNG, something a little more predictable, just so he knew what to do with the cards. But then again, on the flip side, you got like one of these, the guy, I can't remember his screen name, unfortunately, off the top of my head, but he had Captain Marvel and Iron Man as two of the most powerful heroes and most broken in the game. Like, even Wanda, who was once, many people said, well, she sucks, he found, well, if you do this, she's almost as broken as Iron Man and Captain Marvel.
I'm kind of getting the impression Doctor Strange is a little bit of a hoarder. I mean, just because it's magical junk doesn't mean it's not junk. You know what they call an artifact that only works in a pocket dimension once every 10,000 years? I don't know either, because I don't hoard junk. I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look,
Debatable.
I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I only vaguely know about the issues between her and her mom, but, well, mind you, I'm not in her position. I guess it's one of those things where you can say, no, you're better off without her, when you're the outsider looking in, rather than the one who actually went through the bullshit.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it.
I was hoping that was at
You
one
think I
point.
can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this.
Exactly the
Enough
point.
about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide.
That's extremely
So,
debatable.
the first
what's
thing you
good
need to know,
movies.
the glowing briefcase is a
There are
metaphor.
people who think some of the current Marvel movies are good.
I really needed that.
Not much, but hey, 1 point is 1 point.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt
Of what?
of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
Yeah, conventional magic. Yeah. Breakfast, I think. folks. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, it looks like I can be heard a lot more clear. Oh. Of course, I grabbed a spoon instead of a fork. I didn't pay attention to what I was grabbing. Ugh. Oh god. Getting old if my back's this bad. Food. Oh god, you could hear my plate. Yeah, I definitely need to see a dentist soon, hopefully today. And hopefully they do something other than just look at it. Why did I have to make everything crunchy in this thing? Yeah, of course. Let's make sure everything nice and solid. You know, it's not the traditional soft stuff. No, let's make sure we use lightly cooked tomatoes, lightly cooked peppers, lightly cooked hash browns. That way they're nice and crunchy in the freaking eggs. You know, the one thing I can't handle right now. Might as well just give them to me raw. Okay, yeah, it's an omelet, so it's not supposed to be that little soft. Fuck. Probably the chewy cheese is probably not helping much either. Yes, let's make sure everything's nice and chewy. Like, why didn't you just give it to me raw? It would probably hurt less. Sorry for my winding. It's 3 days of this. And of course, like I said, my dentist was closed for the long weekend. I'm trying to chew on one side of my mouth and they still find their way over there. No, don't make fucking scrambled eggs or something. Freaking hungry, but I can't fucking eat. Great. Had an easier time eating that hamburger patty earlier. Heck, I had an easier time eating the IHOP stuff. Yeah, not IHOP, Denny's. The All-American was easier to chew than this. It was nice, soft. You know, the toughest thing was probably the sausage. Well, I made the bacon, but bacon's easier to chew on one side than some of this. That's the hash browns, the tomatoes, they're all tough. I think the tomatoes will at least be easier to handle. And then, of course, the cheese is too chewy. Like, without the tooth problem, I wouldn't care. It would be just, I wouldn't really notice. But anything that requires work now. I think I'll just leave the rest. Hopefully that helps. If nothing else, get the hunger out. I didn't touch the muffins thinking they would be too chewy. And it was getting late. Wasn't expecting the omelet to give the full. And of course, don't forget my dad lightly cooks everything because it's going to mix with the omelet, so he doesn't want them too soft when they go in, making it mushy. But now, I notice every freaking crunchy thing from the peppers to the cheese. Because the cheese is so thick, it takes extra chewing. And if something's too chewy, that doesn't help either. Everyone, do not do what I did. Do not wait. Just go to a freaking emergency dentist. But no, I thought I can make it to my actual one. And of course, every long weekend he has to be closed. Yeah, because after all, no one has dental problems on a freaking long weekend. Oh no, none of our customers will be around. Yeah, like bullshit.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
I thought they were
What
gonna
did you do?
sacrifice you.
We ran, but eventually we realized only the six of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Well, maybe for these people.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Oh, like how no one talks about Bruno? Okay, yeah, I know that's probably an old joke at this point.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
Why was it highlighted?
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
Yeah, you can only generally point it.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively.
How would you know what productive is, old hag?
I'm sure you'll want to rest, but we should discuss our next move. Looks like you're finding your way around, maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
How good were they? The world was on the brink of destruction. Oh wait, that's like every Tuesday in this freaking universe.
to stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner.
Yes.
But you should know... Agatha... she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
Agatha's power. How could she be gone?
She put her trust in the wrong person.
Oh, don't blame her.
Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet
Wanda
Witch.
was pointed in the direction
The
by
Midnight Sun's
Agatha.
latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yeah, once
yes,
again, don't
incinerated in an
blame
instant.
the
Not even
student.
ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what
Instead of
needed to
doing
be
anything,
done.
you
I
threw
sent
her
Wanda away to the Sanctum Sanctorum to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Since I'm going the dark route, I have to choose this damn thing. I kind of prefer it, or at the very least would have liked that, but...
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to believe that, especially given her current situation. Wanda, Agatha.
In the Abbey, though,
It seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
She's an idiot. Okay, I get it. She's in grief. Still, you're on the verge. You were forming the Midnight Suns because you knew your sister was coming back. You already admit that was the most powerful magic user you have ever seen. And you just fucking threw her away. And look what happened. Because you threw her away, we now have to fight her. Okay, yeah, I know, spoilers, but yeah, like literally, we're going to have to deal with her. Fortunately, she does join the team later, but still, we have to fight the Scarlet Witch because Miss Gropey over there couldn't fucking look after her. No. You didn't get rid of her because of her power. You got rid of her because you're fucking grieving and didn't give a shit. You'd think maybe she was not going through the same as you. You lost a lover. You lost a mentor. And worse, she feels it's going to be her fault, though I'm pretty sure it's implied. The external forces were a factor. And I don't mean bad luck. I mean literally. The Cthulhu or whatever the freaking god that's coming in this game. You know, the freaking Cthulhu ripoff. He's part of the problem. You know, I'm literally pretty sure he caused a surge of power because he knew unstabilizing Wanda is a good thing. Not necessarily for military purposes, but once again, throw a powerful user into conflicting emotions certainly couldn't hurt his cause. You know, like, who knows? I like to think he had, since he's a reason why Wanda has her powers, he would probably sense, let's see, this woman's making her unstable, making her harder to deal with. She was supposed to be one of my ways into this world. So let's freaking unstabilize her by killing the witch that's helping her learn to control this vast power I pumped into this red-headed woman that should be a vessel or a tool or something. But instead, she's becoming a potential threat. Because guess what? One of the blood is leading her into the team. And frankly, I guess going from the way the short showed, it should have been Wanda leading the team, not Nico.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, shut up, you dumb
What is
dog.
it, Charlie? Find something?
This is more important. I'm assuming the dog was barking at something else. All I know is another achievement is locked by bringing a person to each of these havens. I want the havens unlocked, so I have the option. Touch, 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 touch.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate?
Sarah is
Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda.
Oh,
It's
then why
become
didn't you
something of a
find her
habit
sooner?
for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do.
but it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
Not the best build, but mind you, they don't let me do anything yet. Hopefully, if the microphone's being this sensitive to my voice, maybe you guys will hear it this time.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
It's actually good to summon Charlie.
Charlie?
Ian pointed out, you first need to...
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
And then when you summon it, it's now a fourth character for the number of turns that Charlie's there, adding cards to your deck.
As the goddess
you
of
have
balance
now
and
1 in 4
order,
chance of getting
Ashtur was
cards. You
sometimes
might want
called
for
the
strategy.
giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Mark enemies.
Now that was something. I am impressed. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Yeah, probably from Charlie itself.
Your time has come. You were too weak for this fight.
Oh crap, that's not good.
Your mother abandons you.
Give me cards. That. Oh, come on.
Leave some for the rest of us. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Better hope they can't. Knockback into that one. Oh, okay.
Feel my call.
Quantity over quantity or something like that. Okay, now here. Hopefully I'm not messing up the objective for this one. No way! Objective to complete. Defeat all enemies.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter.
F
You
you.
finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Oh yes, what joy. called again? Oh, there it is. Quantity is quality. Use 8 hero abilities. Why is it so small? Here we go. Use 8 hero abilities in a single turn. That's not bad. Getting an achievement just by making sure you didn't lose any momentum by taking out enemies. Look, another one of these. Oh, that's the bonus. No, that was one of the other things.
This looks like a
Oh, Finosh. Lester's gift. Acquire open world power.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance.
They should have had more
Why don't you
combat
ask the goddess
applications.
Ashtur for her
They're only
aid in
good for
dealing with that
exploration.
barrier over there?
You think they'd have a little more weight to it. You know, like in the final battle, yes, but that's not due to the blessings here. You think they'd give you something to... let's try what this is.
The gods are fickle.
No, there's just nothing to open.
She believes in our purpose.
No, she believes in being a pain in the ass. Because if she truly believed in your purpose, she'd be sending you something a little more combat-oriented.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme.
Well, you're
Why
old.
don't you come see me in the library tomorrow
So, yeah,
night?
you were around during the original Hunter War.
Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Okay, I think this time we got some reward. Oh,
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
okay, there's the first bonus. Now, at first I was thinking it was going to be the chest, but I'm going, yeah, it makes more sense that they wait until at least one more level to let us have access to that. There. That's out.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you.
Oh god, it's not that type of freaking
Strange
content.
out.
says.
Does not seem right to intrude in their space.
Oh, yet she'll intrude wherever she wants. If you don't believe me, you're an idiot. Considering how it's technically an avatar for us players, we're the idiots. In my case, it's really true, but that's beside the point. Because it's for personal reasons, it's convenient for me to just say that. The idiot will never admit he's an idiot, despite saying that on a live stream. I'll still deny it, as long as it's convenient. Okay, mind you, that's about everything in the world. Okay. Oh yeah, let's see what we got. We can hit this to run. Now, if I remember right...
Noble Oshter guides my hand.
Noble Oshter is a fucking...
It is one of the elemental rods.
She did not guide your hand. My constant playthroughs trying to get the platinum in the previous game is what guided your hand. You don't want to know what it, because of the bugs the original trophies had in the PS5 version. You know, because you couldn't unlock the DLC trophies if you were playing on a current save. You had to literally start a new game plus every single DLC or start a new game.
Oshter smiles upon me.
Oshter could have given us a freaking lightning summoning spell or something. Something to drop on Lilith's head. Oh, here's another haven. And of course, yeah, there's so many things we can't unlock yet. Fortunately, I think we only need one more elemental rod for the next god unlock. But mind you, that's still going to be locked behind several story stuff. Like, I think we had to get to a certain point overall game before we can even try and do that. Now, here's all the good stuff. I think the next one is what used to reveal things. Like, if you saw the several points when I was looking around, there's strange symbols. Those are going to be hidden several things. Like, some are chests, some are bridges. So that's basically the next thing we need to unlock. Oh, here's one of the mysteries.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods.
At a young age, I can imagine you wanted a lot of things that you didn't get to have. Can't blame you. Yes, yes, we know
I
it's
was
a
always
mystery.
drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it.
Not just Sarah probably wanted you.
Fascinating. Curious.
It's only the one that gives us the points. Oh wait. Okay, there's. Okay, that's why. There are obviously certain things out here. Oh, there's a journal. Sorry for not taking some time to read it. Sorry for me, I remember all the basic details after so many playthroughs. Probably took 5 or 6 to get all the trophies for the original PS5 version because of that, like I said, that DLC bug. Not fun. Doesn't matter how good the game, I like the game itself. I needed I was literally burned out on it. I was sort of like using it as extra research for the fanfiction I was writing. But the thing is I was just so tired of re-upgrading every single character.
Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training.
My tooth stopped hitting the weird angle that makes me miserable.
What is this?
We need one more doll to make that work. Like we need one for the hunter, one for Agatha, one for Sarah, and one for the mother. I think that's what it was. I think that's the 4 you need. Well, regardless, we're getting some... Go on, clear out. See, we're making good progress to the next one. Oh, great, now I'm stuck on the terrain. I don't remember it being that clumsy. And I don't think it's the FPS. If anything, you think the I guess slightly slower rotation could have affected everything, so who knows. And of course the weird animation start, stop, start just because of the stairs. Just let them go at full speed. Probably I don't like to think it's more of an accident to the program. Deliberate.
The Goddess of Order approves.
Goddess of Order could send us some reinforcements. Like heck, maybe make Iron Man's tech work properly so we can have air superiority. Or at least give Doctor Strange some
standing stones.
Reasonable level of power.
There is powerful magic at work here.
There's powerful magic working all over the place. It's literally built on magic.
My old fort. Caretaker was furious when she found I had built this. I wonder what she was really afraid of.
My guess is it's near so many things that she didn't want me near. That's the only thing I could think of.
I never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became.
There's probably a lot of things she didn't like about the hunter being in this area. Could be anything. Could have been just being near that. Over there could have been the issue. Because after all, why wasn't he doing these trials back during the First War? Because everything he could have gained would have been an advantage. What's the difference to having these powers now? Especially considering how most of them wouldn't have been applicable back then. Something was under the bridge. I guess it must have been more of a random plant rather than a stagnant item. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get there until the next god power. And that's always going to be left behind. Pay respects. I think... Oh yeah, we had to go back and get the other one then. I don't think I did that. No, I couldn't have.
The great seer known as Endra Moore is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line, but she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns. I need to find the next moon seal.
Yeah, I think that's going to be story-based. I'm pretty sure. The only thing we're doing right now is just getting more XP for the next level unlock. Because I think that's one that gives the extra the white chest. I can't remember if that's what happens or if it's another bonus to gathering items or something. Obviously, there's going to be a boon of some kind. Heck, if anything, that's what's the real benefit to these trials, because each one unlocks more arcane knowledge points, which should further boost everything else. Okay, so we got... Yeah. Okay. Still, can't argue with the bonuses. Come on. Oh, thank you. 45? Yeah, 45. Now, I think we can unlock that secret or mystery, whatever it's called. The one with the dolls, because I think we only needed the 3 dolls. Because one's already there. For now, I'm just wondering and making sure I get all the reagents, because everything is going to be useful. Like, I think Wallspin makes a few things that I use even if I didn't actively use them.
This is which sign?
Okay, let's see. Oh. Don't miss that. Okay, it was only the one item, but... Oh, okay, 2 if you count the other things. And here, take that. Plus, I guess another reason why to collect as many reagents as possible, I think. There's an achievement locked behind getting 10 of each thing. And there's obviously a bunch that we can't get until each area is unlocked. Yeah, we can't go right over. Pain. Stupid helmet. Make me miserable. I wonder... Okay, yeah. I think there was another place off to the side. No, I think it was back in the main Abbey area we had to go to, what I'm thinking of. It's not a huge area, but I think it still gives me a few things to get. You know, maybe more of the tarot cards, or heck yeah, a book, something that will boost the arcane knowledge. Like I said, the next one will help us unlock things like with this symbol. I think they did the XP anyway. Or the arcane XP, I mean. just enough, mind you, the fact that it makes it easier to level up a friendship is still also useful, so we don't lose. Oh, lovely. Where was it? Oh yeah. Up there? It's only a little bit, but still it's more unlocked.
Blessings of the goddess.
Get that. No, okay, I think it's back there. There's a card at least back there. I can't tell if it gave me arcade. No, it didn't. Card. Oh, great, Noamichi. And this camera can see it more obviously, so I don't want to subject you guys. You guys already see some of the things that are going on. Why is he doing that? That's not personal hygiene. Found something useful. Itchy. Why itchy? Okay, there's something we missed. Okay, here we go. Almost forgot about it.
Oster smiles upon me.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot more than I thought we had. Thought we were still like 30 or more left to go. Maybe we were getting stuff from those tarot cards and stuff. Oh, I think that's the last
Just what I was looking for.
I think that's all the rods for later.
This looks like a fairy ring.
Yeah, we can't do anything until we get the next power. Something useful for long term. Now, I think the main thing was it does give some arcane knowledge when you complete the collection. I think the big thing is it unlocks more color palette stuff and going. Yeah, not a huge. Oh wait, I almost missed something right there. We have a total of 9 out of 22, so we have missed a bunch of stuff. And of course, we can't go any farther because we can't use. And the very thing that gets us through there is the very last power, and we still have to collect 2 others before that. So, yeah, I think for at least the moment we're done. And of course now I need to remember which direction to go to get out. Oh, there it is. I couldn't get some cool stuff yet, but hey, I can't remember what the second level was. Is there a white chest here to double check? Oh yeah, it's one right here. Nope, still can't open. Should have paid more attention what level 2 was. I guess it's level 3 that does the open white chests for free. Which is more reason why I was sort of gathering all that XP. Sooner we get to opening at least white chests, it's their rewards are available to us. Because sometimes there'll be more of these basic resources that we just picked up. Some will be, I don't think it's reagents. But basically, there's always these little things we can get if we collect them. The thing is to get them, you have to first, get the level ups, or a lot of keys. And obviously, it's not cost effective to waste keys on things that can be free later on. When there's going to be a lot of, you're eventually going to get to the point where you don't.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Coward. Like seriously, this cannot be the scariest thing you've dealt with.
What's up, Sunshine?
Obviously not your mood. Well, neither is mine, frankly. The beauty of having pain. Okay, let's see.
I should come back at night. That is usually how these things work.
Okay, well, now.
Whatever artifact is inside, it's better off in our hands. If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed.
Don't act
We
like
need to
it's the
find a
first
way
time
to
you've done
gain
it.
the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
In theory.
You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway.
How is the other realities affecting this one? That's what I want to know.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. A simple object, though certainly not useless.
Debatable. Mind you, at the early stages, anything is a major advantage. If it boosts research, it boosts resources. Though usually when you have resources, it's usually better to just, go for resource-focused missions rather than the actual thing that, when you need research, that's what resource gain is supposed to be focused on. Okay, we'll go for this one.
Got more coil for me?
Yeah, a lot of
No peeking now.
I'll peek as much as I want. This is my house.
How does this look?
Not where I was hoping. Not where I was hoping. Debatable.
Come back tomorrow, Hunter.
Okay, so you need one more mission complete.
Until next time.
Sorry. Probably get rid of one of these. Oh no, we didn't.
Hey, Hunter.
Come back.
Got a sec to spare?
Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. Put that.
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man,
For you, it was a few days.
sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the Seven Hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Robbie. Be sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does.
Oh God.
Okay, let's do this.
Makes me
I'll
glad
get Blake to
Robbie's
set things up.
permanently in control.
Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Well, it depends on the host. With you, yes, it's not hard to miss. Maybe for a more emo nutcase. Mind you, I don't think that's how they select their freaking host. At least I hope not. Please don't let them actually choose, some of them let choose hosts like that. Mind you, once again, how many Spirits of Vengeance are there? Because I think there was only supposed to be the one. Not two.
Hunter,
What?
ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider. Spirits of Vengeance.
Oh, and I could have sworn I was in that room earlier. Oh, that made genius.
Bad guys better start running.
You better start fighting. Okay, daily sparring. Has to be.
Likes playing with fire, huh?
Please be a good thing. Okay, yeah, he doesn't get a bonus yet. Just bonus friendship, which isn't bad either.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
I think that would make him more broken than he already is. Like, I think it's debatable that Hunter's actually the most powerful person there. Like, Hulk and Captain Marvel probably could come probably still outright overpower him in raw energy, lore-wise, but I think overall Hunter, considering how he's basically meant to be a host for a fucking god,
Time to take it to the next level.
time to give me a vacation. Okay, that's not so bad. Probably should be more careful.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Guess there's not much point going down there yet.
Hi, kiddo.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Oh, for the love of God.
Lost?
One problem after another.
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
No portal.
There's no passage to New York. Or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
I don't want to do it, but...
Every second we delay is a victory for Lilith. I have little patience for child's games in the midst of our war.
No argument there. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it, but she seems to like you. I've known Magic just about as long as you have, and all I've gotten from her is a few grunts and words I'm afraid to translate. Maybe you'll do better.
Fine. I will retrieve her.
Well, when you phrase it like that, I'm sure she'll just be begging to help. Good luck, Hunter.
I shall return shortly.
Fingers crossed.
I prefer to make him a good guy, but the more awkward one is to get the dark one with.
Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Hey, Sarah, how about making yourself useful? Talk to the one dumbass.
Got a minute, Hunter? Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble. Apocalypse prophecies. The Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Are you trying to make a point with this?
No. I mean, I just wanted to catch up.
I see. Well...
She's something else, though, huh?
Excuse me?
Oh, you got it.
Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
Oh my
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hunter
No.
glows.
Wait. What are you trying to say?
Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What in the hell are you talking about?
It is Shakespeare for you fancy her.
I do not. I respect her as a fellow warrior.
Yes.
The same
with
way
that
you
tongue
respect
tied.
Tony or Caretaker?
Hell no. It's... Never mind.
And therefore is Winged Cupid painted blind.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go kill some monsters or something.
Careful,
Let's just
I
keep
kill
this a chat to ourselves for now.
Yes. Big idiot.
Hey.
Oh, what? He still
Have you
doesn't know.
seen...
No.
All right.
Must be the Cupid talk. That, or even if he did know, he's gonna leave her alone. Probably both. He's a interesting individual, mind you. He's
Hey,
not
for
the
someone
worst.
they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
Oh, for the love of... Could I throw her into the fire? Like, literally, I have the black whip thing and it's right there.
Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
Yes, you can.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
To save the freaking world.
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
I usually just wing it out there. Looks like the new suit checks out. That's a mean left hook you got too. Think I swallowed a little brimstone on that one.
I think I talked to Charlie already. Let's not take any chances. Why can't we run in the house? No, I do not want the freaking...
Feeling good today, girl?
Come. Okay, that's okay, no reward, so we already got it. Doesn't matter though, we needed to be sure. Because I'm pretty sure it has to be consecutive days, not just a number of times.
Fine, speak.
This room
he'll do
belonged to
whatever
the
he
Scarlet
wants.
Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
Burn the book and get her attention.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. I was also raised within it. So much so I barely remember a time without it. And now Wanda has this in common with us too. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Then put the damn book down, and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Let's see, how much darkness do we have? Well, yeah, we obviously got a fair bit to go after all, because if you look up in that corner where Hunter's name is, we're not even out of the gray section. We have to get 200 points of dark power, and the only way to grind it is to use one of the later upgrades to the yard that will let you have a battle with Solus once a day. And if you use enough dark cards, or if you're doing the reverse light cards, you get, I can't remember if the cap's at 2 or 3. Sadly, you don't get XP if you're already the strongest character.
Good. I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Okay. I can sort of hear the echo of the game, but I had to turn up the volume of the mic to get things working properly. Mission. Let's see. Yeah, we're still limited to story-only missions. Intel cache. Should we do Blade? Or use him and get it over with? Now let's bring him just to start his thing and find out how many more we need. Unfortunately, unmodified Ghost Rider is one of the weaker characters. Once he gets his mods,
I did the math.
he
It would
starts to
actually
do
be
really good
faster for
stuff.
me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave which hit the glass in my approach path?
Ah, that is not good.
Yeah, I try to be considerate. Hey there.
How about less trying, more actually doing?
stray from path.
No shit. It's Limbo.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel we can if we're going to find out exactly what's going on down there.
Probably a good thing we got Captain Marvel. I mean, like double the attack power might make a big difference in getting that disabling. There's no.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the.
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee from on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
Whatever gets the job done.
Hail that!
Vengeance is near. None are forgiven.
How invigorating!
We will never forsake her.
I'll handle it.
Oh, that's not
They hope to break my resolve.
We've got company.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus, and I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child.
That was something.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Weak, even for Hydra.
Make way for vengeance. Lilith has damned you to hell. We serve until the end.
Taking the shot.
Really want to keep doing that?
A reputation precedes us. The worthy.
Alas, last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Give me something I can work with. Oh, we need to disable that.
One more time.
Knockback. Is it enough? No, it's not going to be there. Oh wait. Perfect.
Save this one just for you.
Beyond this world.
That should keep them grounded. Now let's get everything back to the Abbey for analysis.
Such arrogance. Our brave soldiers will never allow you.
Oh, shut up already. Take them down.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Yeah, I think he's outside the range. Might work.
Where do you think you're going?
There. Only one attacker per
Regroup at position Tango. For victory.
You just made a big mistake.
Oh, that's not what we needed.
Fear is temporary. I am forever.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with Mother!
Was that truly your best?
Still have to hurt.
Walk in the light.
That should help.
Hell has chosen you. We will stoke the fires of hell with your soul. I suppose it's something.
That should keep her safe from dying.
Pull back and regroup. You're mine. Your penance is due.
You were too weak for this fight.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last? There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I can consider that alone a victory.
Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Well, it probably ended, and I'm expecting a phone call from the dentist. We'll left them a message.
Count on it.
Once we get to the enemy, I'll probably save and then shut down. Yeah, I figured it was only going to be 2. Until we start getting some good upgrades and resources to do the upgrades, we're not going to really get much. Come on. Hurry up. Load. The power of my patience compels you. What little I have. Load. 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 Now it's probably not as easy as I think it is, but still. I guess the one good thing about my lineup that it shows that I'm constantly throwing minions into the thing, thinning out some of their ranks, and wailing down the helicopter's HP. Where's the manual? Okay, I'll just choose that, I guess. Yeah, overwrite. Thank you. Let's check. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, we didn't get a dark point during the mission because of that one light card. I think we need at least 3 to trigger a dark point game. Where's the map? Map. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna have to remember to go take a bath in that water to get that dark point. Well, for now, it's just